It was in 1975 that India's Supreme Court said that right to information is a fundamental right under Article 19 of our Constitution. This was in the case where Raj Narayan, a politician, went to court against then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Narayan had accused Mrs. Gandhi of electoral malpractices, including use of government machinery in an election campaign. Mrs. Gandhi was found guilty and disqualified, only for the Supreme Court to subsequently overturn this conviction. But the Supreme Court held that in Indian democracy, people are the masters and they have the right to know about the working of the government. More recently, when the Supreme Court declared electoral bonds unconstitutional earlier this year, it said the secret nature of these bonds violated voters' right to information. Basically, you and I as voters have the right to know how much a political party in India receives as donations, who gives these donations, etc. Several judgments and even the Right to Information Act of 2005 ensured that an Indian citizen got the constitutional right to ask for information from the government, including from constitutional bodies like the Election Commission of India. Recently, the Modi government made a small yet significant tweak to the election conduct rules. Activists have raised red flags. They say the government attempts to curtail the information that a voter can obtain under the prescribed rules. Hello and welcome, I'm Shubham Chohan. Let's get started. Let's go chronologically so as to understand the story better. 2 weeks back, the Punjab and Haryana High Court gave an order. It directed the Election Commission of India to give some documents related to the 2024 Haryana Assembly elections to Advocate Mehmood Pracha. In his petition, Pracha had sought videography, CCTV footage, and copies of documents related to votes polled in a polling station. The Election Commission said the request was driven by quote-unquote malicious intent. It also said that the petitioner, which was Pracha, was not a candidate in the assembly polls, and therefore he cannot ask for the documents related to the election. Pracha argued that while candidates can get these documents for free, any other person who sought the same can get access provided he or she paid a fee. The High Court agreed with this argument. It directed the ECI to provide these documents within 6 weeks of Pracha submitting an application and paying the required fees to obtain the same. Cut to Friday 20th December. The Union government quietly notified a small change. The change effectively meant that not all election-related documents can be accessed by the public. How did it do it? By adding a few words. What you can see on the screen is the Conduct of Election Rules 1961. This document lays down detailed procedures for conducting elections in India. Rule 93(2)A said that, and I'm quoting from the document, all other papers relating to the election shall be open to public inspection. The amended version, which the Modi government has now done, says, and I'm quoting, all other papers as specified in these rules relating to the election shall be open to public inspection. In the notification, the Union Ministry of Law and Justice said the amendment was in consultation with the Election Commission of India. Reportedly, the courts will also not be able to direct the poll panel to provide all election-related papers to the public. Now, one more addition was made into this list, that is CCTV footage from polling stations. Effectively, the new amendment limits public inspection of election papers to only those documents listed in the provisions. Reports say the amendment does not cover electronic footage of the polling station and hence it is not open to public scrutiny. Opposition parties reacted promptly on social media. It accused the Modi government and the ECI of trying to hide something.
अब इस एक तरफा नियम बदले जाने पर जरूर सवाल खड़े होंगे। सरकार और चुनाव आयोग ने मिलकर जो एक तरफा नियम बदल दिए, क्यों बदल दिए? ऐसा कौन सा दस्तावेज है जिसको छुपाने की कोशिश सरकार और चुनाव आयोग कर रहा है? क्या लोकतंत्र में जनता को अपने चुनाव के संबंधित किसी भी डॉक्यूमेंट को देने का हक नहीं होना चाहिए? तो फिर लोकतंत्र किस बात का? पारदर्शिता से इतना परहेज क्यों है सरकार को और चुनाव आयोग को? ऐसे वक्त पर जब चुनाव आयोग की साख दांव पर लगी हुई है, उसको और मटियामेट क्यों किया जा रहा है? क्या यह सच नहीं है कि चुनाव आयोग के ऊपर आरोप है कि उन्होंने वोटर लिस्ट से नाम घटाए? क्या यह सच नहीं है कि चुनाव आयोग ने बार बार वोटिंग परसेंटेज बढ़ाकर लोगों के सामने बहुत सारे सवाल और संशय पैदा किए? क्या यह सच नहीं है कि चुनाव आयोग के पक्षपातपूर्ण रवैये पर देश में व्यापक रोष है? तो ऐसे में जब सरकार और चुनाव आयोग मिलकर नियम बदल देगा और लोगों को उनके हक से वंचित करेगा कि वो कोई भी डॉक्यूमेंट देखने का उनका हक चला जाएगा, तो हिंदुस्तान के निष्पक्ष और स्वतंत्र चुनाव पर जरूर एक धब्बा है, ये एक कलंक है।
Congress MP Jairam Ramesh questioned why the ECI was afraid of transparency. He added that the party would challenge this amendment in court. So why the change? The Election Commission says this change was to remove any ambiguity. A senior ECI official quoted in reports said, and I'm quoting, "The rule mentioned election papers. The election papers and documents do not specifically refer to electronic records. In order to remove this ambiguity and considering the serious issue of violation of secrecy of vote and potential misuse of CCTV footage of inside the polling station using artificial intelligence by a single person, the rule has been amended to prevent misuse of CCTV footage of inside the polling station." The official added, "Sharing of CCTV footage may have serious repercussions, especially in sensitive regions like Jammu and Kashmir, Naxal-affected regions, etc., where secrecy is important. Lives of voters may also be at risk." An ECI official also said that candidates will have access to all documents, papers, and records. So let's take this piece by piece. On the AI bit, no doubt AI deepfakes are a reality of today's times. But is that a good enough reason to not share footages at all? On the secrecy bit, the CCTV ensures that the polling process happens smoothly and everything is captured on camera, keeping an eye on everyone, which is the voter, the EC and security officials all present. The whole point of sharing or recording the CCTV footage is to ensure that no doubts remain. Remember the Chandigarh mayor polls fiasco? The polling officer, coincidentally from the BJP, was accused of deliberately defacing ballot papers. That act was caught on camera. The bigger question being, was this amendment thought through? This comes at a time when the Election Commission is faced with several questions on its integrity and independence. The latest amendment only raises more of it than provide concrete answers. The official notification says the central government made the amendments in consultation with the Election Commission of India. But was wider consultation done? We'll see how this controversy plays out. Before we end this report, listen in to what Mehmood Pracha had to say to HW News' Neelu Vyas.
Actually, this act of theirs, by using the bulldozer, which they are quite used to, Narendra Modi Saab, Amit Shah Saab, and RSS and BJP, Mohan Bhagwat Saab and all, has actually vindicated my stand, which people were not believing earlier, that something very, very sinister is happening by the use of EVMs. And Narendra Modi Saab will do anything to stop people from seeing what they are doing. I'm not saying set aside these elections, but the material to set aside the elections will be crystal clear, not even an iota of doubt that they have violated everything. They spoke to the people of the country, these election commission officials, including Mr. Rajiv Kumar, Mr. Narendra Modi, and everyone who was supporting the EVM. Every single promise they made to the courts, every single affidavit they filed before the courts was actually a lie. It is a confession. Actually, it is an extrajudicial confession, I would say, which is enough for their conviction.
Right.
In legal parlance, if I say. But like, I was ready for it. So I don't want that people should think that I have lost. By this bulldozer, I have lost to this bulldozer. I was actually ready for it. That before you make amends to any law, and that's a given. That is what is enraging probably the CPIM and other political parties also. You have to consult some stakeholders. They have not even consulted the biggest political party of the country, that is BJP. They have not consulted the RSS, which is supposed to be the mother of BJP. They have not consulted even their allies, Nitish Kumar Sahab. No political party has been consulted by the central government. It is not a setback. I was ready for it. I have a plan B, which will force them to give me more material than was actually permissible earlier in law. That strategy I will disclose at an appropriate time.
You can catch the full interview on our YouTube channel. That's all we have for this report. Do like and share this video, comment and let us know what your views are on this amendment. And of course, subscribe to HW News English on YouTube for more such videos. Thanks for watching.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.